Sirshasana. So that's the headstand. Okay. So has anyone ever done a headstand before?
When I was young.
When you were young?
Yeah. Same here.
I mean, you've done it when you were young too?
But mostly near the wall.
Oh, near the wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
On my own, it was difficult to connect.
Yeah. So so the main thing with doing a headstand is to you know, to have no fear of falling, right? So the way to have no fear of falling is to actually practice falling. So once if you practice falling, you know, and you realize that okay, I can fall without getting hurt, then you know, then the headstand is actually very easy to do. Without any fear of falling, then you can do headstand very easily. So the first thing you do, again, is so the way I fall out of a headstand. So when you fall this way, where your feet are, you can put your feet down and land okay. And see, the problem is if you fall the other way, and you can like land flat on your back and like hurt yourself quite badly, right? Okay. You know, especially if you panic, you twist your neck, and all kinds of things can happen. People have injured themselves, you know, quite a lot trying to do a headstand. But basically, again, it talks about it in this book as well. You know, you kind of when you start to fall, you kind of have to let your body go completely loose and relaxed, right? Don't stiffen it. If you stiffen it, that's when you hurt yourself actually, and you panic. So it says like fall like a sack of potatoes, right? So when you do that, you kind of like do a somersault essentially, right? You kind of, if you're falling backwards, you just kind of fall. You'll roll on your shoulders and you'll somersault out of it. I'll demonstrate actually, so you can see what that looks like. But that's basically the way to easily come out of a headstand without hurting yourself at all, right? To fall out of it essentially. So the first step in doing that is to just practice doing a somersault, right? Everyone did a somersault? Long time ago, I guess, eh?
Yeah.
Well, you can watch. You can watch. I'll demonstrate. Okay, it's okay. I'll be going from here to there. Yeah. Okay, so somersault again. It's pretty simple. You just again, it's the first exercise that all the kids learn, right? You just put your head down, right, and you just kind of go over like that, right? Nice and simple, nice and easy. Again, if you're comfortable doing that, you'll be able to do the, you know, come out of a headstand if you fall out of a headstand pretty easily. So the next thing, the first step with the headstand in this lesson is to just, you know, try to balance your head a bit. Don't try to put your feet up straight, but just try to tuck them in next to your body, right? So I'll just demonstrate that first practice step, and actually, and then I'll fall a somersault out of it, right? So you can see from that position how you can fall and easily come out of it without hurting yourself, right? So that's just like, so what you do is you interlock your fingers, right? You place your hands on the ground, make a triangle kind of thing with your hands, right? You're going to support yourself with your forearms, right? Your weight is supported with your forearms, and your hands are on your head as well, right? You place your head and you cup it, you support it, your back of your head with your... Let me tuck my shirt, it's going to fall out. Okay, so interlock your fingers, make your hands in a triangle, put your head on the ground. You don't want your glasses getting in the way or anything like that, so you can take them off. Okay, and then you come up on your toes. You walk your toes towards your body, and you just bring yourself up like that. And try to balance your head like that. Okay? And again, if you fall, you just have to go into a somersault, right? And it's easy. So there's no, so you can't, you know, you just have to understand that it's possible to hurt yourself, right? You know? So, so that's all that's there for this lesson, right? So you should be comfortable doing that, at least. Just balancing with your feet tucked in, right? Now the second part of the headstand is given, where you actually go from that position I showed you already, and you straighten your feet completely, right? So I'll just demonstrate that. Okay. All right, so now I'll go all the way up, right? Straighten my legs completely. And then I'll fall from that as well. I'll do a somersault out of that as well, just so you can see. And even from that, kind of height, you can easily come out of it. So again, you go up nice, slow, with lots of control. And you gradually straighten your legs all the way up. And again, you could fall from this position as well without hurting yourself, right? Just like that, right? I'll show you the correct way to come out of it. That's actually not the correct way. That's if you're falling, right? You can do that. But I'll go in again, and I'll show you the correct way to. After you've done it for, let's say, you held it for the position for about a minute. You want to come out of it very slowly, actually, right? Because you would have a lot of blood in your brain, and you don't want to like do anything sudden at that point. All right. So you go up, same as before. Now you hold the final pose for, like I said, about 30 seconds or a minute. And then you come out the same way you went into it. Just slowly bend your legs, maintaining balance all the way through. And let your feet come down. So what they say is you should keep your head on the ground for some time, maybe like 10 or 15 seconds, you know. Take a few breaths. And then bring your head up slowly. Again, maybe stay on your knees for another 5 or 10 seconds. And let the blood slowly drain back into your body. And then the final thing they say to do is actually to just stand up for, another maybe 30 seconds or so. Just let the blood drain fully. Actually, am I off camera?
No, I think you will be. You're perfect. Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I did zoom.
Oh, you zoomed it for the headstand to see my feet, yeah? Okay, good. And sometimes they also say to just do a stretch even, right? So, like, just stretch up a bit. Your toes even. Right. And then relax. And that's the complete headstand.